And we welcome you back to Jacksonville, Florida. The Home Depot SEC on CBS. And this annual get-together between the Gators from Gainesville and the Dogs from Athens. Florida comes in 7-0. Georgia, one hiccup. They lost badly at South Carolina, but they got a mulligan when the Gators beat South Carolina last week. Sellout crowd of 82,000 here. And as the two teams came running on the field, something that we have seen in previous years, a little scuffle over at the right side of the screen. Sharif Floyd, number 73.
I think Xavier Nixon, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Either was. He was either Nixon or Floyd, one of the two. They both have the same number.
Georgia won the toss. They have deferred the option to the second half. And Jamie Lindley will kick off for the Bulldogs. Andre DeBose is the deep man, and we'll get an early sense of how the wind is affecting play. Trey Burton is up at the 10-yard line. Fine kick. DeBose 2 yards in. Boom. Costa Bavlis, who is a special teams star, number 38 for the Bulldogs. Jeff Driscoll, he has thrown for fewer than 100 yards in each of the last 3 games, each of them a victory.
Oh, man, look at that.
How about that? Well, that's a direct contrast to how last week's game began. Blitz, Driscoll, he lets it go, could be intercepted, doesn't. It'll be 4th down.
Boy, Damian Swan, wasn't it? Was it intercepted?
My goodness, they're ruling that it was. Damian Swan
came off the edge.
Yes.
No, let's see if Ogletree didn't get a 15-yard penalty. Coming from the left side, right there, that's going to be the unblocked player. The whole way, either a misread. Did it bounce, though? Did that ball hit the ground?
Yes, it did.
They're ruling it a fumble right now. This will be reviewed.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Nixon and Ogletree offsetting penalties after the fumble had been recovered.
Xavier Nixon on the left side right there sees Ogletree get shoved into him. Actually, it was Jonathan Harrison, number 72.
Yeah, they were not in the
They're
competition.
jawing each other. Well, let's see if anything else.
After the fumble, 1st down, 10. Gurley bounces to the outside. Matt Elam says not any farther. Murray pumps, finds his receiver. That's Alexander Ogletree, one of the 2 Ogletree brothers. And now Chick-fil-A presents the Georgia offense. Aaron Murray has already graduated, pursuing a master's degree, 16 passing touchdowns. And it's 1st and goal. Georgia. Gurley. Flag is down. Gurley's in the end zone. Let's see if the play stands.
That was a great cutback by Gurley. Inside block, great cutback, another great cutback at the end, slashing into the end zone.
Now, Matt Moore didn't say it. I'm guessing excessive celebration in the end zone. And so the extra point attempt, Marshall Morgan
Yeah.
He's been an adventure at this position.
He's missed 4?
He's missed 4 this year.
We're used to a little bigger excessive celebration than that, though, in this game, right?
That's right. This one right down the pipe. Gurley with the touchdown after Jarvis Jones' fumble recovery. Now the kickoff after the excessive celebration penalty on Todd Gurley will come from the 20-yard line. DuBose grabs it at the 20. Ouch again. This time Dawson Sheldon, number 2. Trey Burton in the slot right.
Again.
Blitz again. Pass is complete. Jordan Reed, the tight end. And Florida gets the first down after the gain of 13. That was a designed run, and Driscoll is caught short. Garrison Smith, who's getting the start in place of the injured Avery Jones.
That felt like a 4-down territory call here. That Muschamp may go for it anyway. A little bit of a delay. Handled. Let's see if he goes field goal or stays with on 4th down. At least going to try to draw him off sides, aren't they?
Yeah.
At least.
Caleb Sturgis, the field goal kicker, is in the midst of a really fine year. 12 of 14, but let's see what
Kwame
happens here.
Gathers and John Jenkins are in there. Like 700 pounds of beef.
4th and 1, Patton on the sweep.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Sean Williams, I think,
Yes, it
stopped
was.
him short.
Boy, that was a really interesting call for the Florida Gators to try to finesse this 4th and inches. Sean Williams takes it out, gets away from the block by Jordan Reed, plays it off, and makes the tackle. Boy, when you talk, you better be able to play. And he stepped and did it.
Sean Williams with the big play, and now at long last the measurement, and whoa.
Did he make it? Wow, that was inches, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Boy, Florida's still arguing. Will thinks it's a first down.
Not so fond of the last 2 plays.
Right.
Murray, little underneath pattern. Marlon Brown.
Oh, I think if he'd have cut out to the right at the end of that play, he had big yardage. He just kind of guessed the wrong way. It's easy to see it up here.
So the punt. Colin Barber, who's averaging a shade shy of 40 yards per punt. Fair catch. Andre DuBose grabs it. Oh, he fumbled it. He muffed it.
Before the game, we wondering up here in the booth, would things just change because of chance? You know, Florida only 4 turnovers all year, and all of a sudden drop one early. Who got this one? Florida.
Yep. It appears Frankie Hammond fell on it. Here's DuBose.
Fair catch, not running, no reason to go anywhere. Bobbles it, and fortunately for the Gators, they don't turn it over again.
Things are a little testy. And it's added kind of a herky-jerky element to the rhythm of the game.
And Florida's helped. They've been herky-jerky themselves. They don't have their footing yet.
On first down, draw play again. Michael Gilliard makes the tackle.
And let's just talk about this Georgia defense a little bit. I mean, I believed coming into this season that when you talked about the elite defenses in the SEC, of course you had to talk about Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Florida, and Georgia. Those were the 5 elite defenses. And the one that hasn't played up to billing so far has been Georgia. However, they got a second chance. In this league, you don't get a lot of second chances. And today, they can wrest hold of their own destiny.
Now, they've got the ultimate mulligan, having been hammered at South Carolina, and then having his Driscoll running to his left. Bakari Rambo wraps him up around the shoulders. They got so much help last week. They won. They struggled at Kentucky. They gave up 200-plus yards rushing in that one. But here was Florida, their detested rival, knocking off South Carolina to give Georgia new life. Just to go back to the top of the show, if Florida wins this, they go to Atlanta. If Georgia wins this, they control their destiny.
Last two times in this situation, Todd Grantham has produced the blitz. This time it doesn't look the same. Just 4.
And they stunt. 3rd and 8, Driscoll. Boy, good coverage downfield. Drilled it to Hammond, but it's incomplete coverage from Damian Swan, number 5. 4th down. High formation. Play action, Murray. Goes deep. Deflected, intercepted. Picked off by Neron Ball, number 11.
I don't know what he was looking on this one. The one guy, in my mind, he couldn't throw the ball to is the one guy Aaron Murray did throw the ball to. 3 defenders is going to have the tight end right in the middle. Watch the 3 Florida defenders. He's got a crossing, got the back, check down, back over here, throws it to the one guy he can't. Gets it batted up in the air, and as you say, Neron Ball ends up with the football.
Word received from the bench that Matt Moore, the referee, has gone to both sidelines, talked to Mark Richt and Will Muschamp, and he said, calm your kids down or we're going to start ejecting players.
Does that go for coaches too?
Good point. Driscoll got him. No, they don't. Watch out, the ball's out.
Yep, it is.
My, oh my.
Georgia's got this one, I'll tell you that. You know, coming into this game, Florida has not been a passing team, but they had given up 21 sacks. So in these passing situations, first it was coming from the outside, it was Jones, then Jordan Jenkins. But when Driscoll moves up in the pocket, you got to understand, one guy doesn't get you, the other guy does. And from behind, it was Jarvis Jones. He had 4 sacks a year ago, and there's another one right there. Boy, Gurley has some ability, I'll tell you that. If they can find creases, he'll get through it.
First down 20. He gets a handoff. He's got a crease. And he's got a little speed to get around the corner.
Yes, he does.
Marcus Roberson chased him out of bounds, but a big gain, 18 yards.
And you have to give it to that offensive line. Again.
Huge hole at the line. One more time.
This has to be shocking to Florida.
It was fascinating quarter in many respects. 7-0 Georgia. We'll return to Jacksonville after this message and a word from your local station. Florida brings 4. Murray pulls up underneath, bobbled, intercepted.
Yes.
That's Josh Evans on the deflection.
I'll tell you, Florida, I think, crossed up Murray on that play. He thought for sure he'd get man coverage. Florida, aggressive all the time, sat in a soft zone. And Murray forced it over the middle. Look at sitting back over here in a zone. Everybody just catching up guys. They're playing Tampa 2 basically and finding players. Throws it into the middle. It's bobbled around. I think Jenkins was the guy. Jelani Jenkins, was he in on the play that made the play?
Yes. Pass intended for Rantavius Wooten. Intercepted by Evans. Time called. Aaron Murray on the bench. 6 interceptions against the Gators out of 78 passing attempts.
You know, Bernie's a psychology graduate, but he's going to need that psychology degree to get through this football game.
Spread. Up the middle again.
Nothing.
Stoned.
This looks like the Georgia defense we saw in the SEC championship game. That's the good news. But this also looks like the Georgia offense we saw in the SEC championship game when they failed to cash in on opportunities early in the football game. Will that come back and haunt them? Because they should have more points at this point in the game right now.
Empty backfield, 5 wides. That's Hammond coming near side. 4-man Georgia rush. Watch out from behind. Tipped again, but complete to Trey Burton. And a gain of 14.
I wondered on the phone call with Brent if he wasn't tempted to go back to that offense.
Blitz. Driscoll screen right side. Gillislee, Jalapeno out there, Harrison out there. And finally Ogletree gets him from behind. Perfect call against the blitz.
Couldn't have it better, but someone should be manned up with that guy.
3rd down 10. LaTroy Pittman has come on the field. He and Dunbar, the wideouts to the left side. Pressure. That one is tipped from behind. Jordan Jenkins, number 59, got a hand on it.
Well, you got Jarvis Jones on one side and Jordan Jenkins, a true freshman, from the other side. He handles Chaz Green, and no place for that football to go. He's lucky he got it off. Nice to be able to bring in a true freshman that can rush the passer like that, isn't it?
Caleb Sturgis is on. Twice he's connected from 51 yards. Ooh, got it just inside the right upright.
Pretty successful. Remember, at the end of that quarter, Vern, you and I were talking. Georgia was controlling the game. A turnover and a 15-play drive is a way to answer.
Takes it, fires it, intercepted. Matt Elam has it. That's the 3rd interception by Murray, thrown in the first half.
That's what I was talking about. He seems tight to me. I thought maybe they would just try to get out of there, punt the football, and kind of allow Murray to regroup at halftime. This ball was woefully overthrown. Playing robber defense, man-to-man, safety. Even if that ball was accurate, it would not have been completed because Deontay Saunders was all over the receiver, throwing against your body, down in your own end zone. That's a tough play from a guy you're counting on in this football game. He's got another half, but this has been a rough first half.
Gillislee to the 4, perhaps the 3.
When they ran the ball effectively against LSU, this is what they did. When they ran the ball effectively against South Carolina, that's what they did.
Ball spotted at the 4. Gillislee nailed this time. Jones looks like he might be coming.
Bad snap.
Driscoll. Oh, he had
Would have
Burton.
been a touchdown. I don't know what happened on the snap. What happened with the snap? It would have been a big play.
Oh.
I think the center thought that Driscoll was underneath him, and that he did not think it was shotgun. He snapped that ball as if Driscoll's hands was underneath him that time.
And Burton all by himself in the end zone, so that's going to bring Sturgis out 23 yards.
Driscoll must have a light touch.
I am not going to follow that up.
Well, I mean, there's no answer for that. There's no other explanation except that the center thought the quarterback was underneath, and a quarterback-center exchange. It was botched. Do they hand it to Murray again and say, we trust you, let her go?
They have only 1 timeout remaining. They have a 1-point lead. I'm guessing this is going to be a handoff. Sharif Floyd makes the stop. They're down 12. Murray. Got it. Malcolm Mitchell.
And another Florida player down, too. Well, Aaron Murray kept his wits about him on that one. It's McRae again, isn't it? McRae and Jenkins, two of the most athletic. McRae is listed as a defensive end, but he's really an outside linebacker. So two of the linebackers on the field here, and a perfect throw that time to the outside.
Illegal forward pass on the quarterback.
Oh
number
my,
11. He was
does he
beyond
cross the
line of
line?
scrimmage. That penalty includes loss of down. 4th down.
Touchdown by Gurley following a Driscoll fumble.
Oh, big chance for a play. Ogletree had a chance for a touchdown on this one.
Safety blitz. They hand it off to Gillislee. He's got a first down, and he gets out of bounds. Caleb Sturgis, should he be called upon. 2 for 2 today, twice this year. He has connected from 51 yards.
Georgia seems to be squatting. I think Florida should go deep one of these times.
Gillislee.
Oh, great cuts.
Brandon Smith finally made the stop. 2nd down 5. Driscoll.
Oh, what a catch.
Yes, Dunbar.
Woo! What a catch. You got to get up there and clock it now. You want to save your timeout.
Trey Burton is lined up behind Driscoll. Now he'll come in motion. Number 8 in the slot left. 4-man rush, Georgia again. Driscoll deep into the end zone, incomplete.
Oh, he called a flag on it.
Goodness. One-on-one, so to speak.
Yep, Brandon Smith. He probably thought his left arm or hand hooked Dunbar as he went for the ball. Let's see what happens. Middle of the field. Did his left hand hook him as he went for the ball?
Pass interference. Defense number 1.
Exactly what happened.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That back judge is right behind the play, and that's exactly what he looks for.
1st and goal. Florida with 1 timeout remaining. Ball at the 5. Driscoll play fake.
Had him for a touchdown and missed him.
Sure did.
You got anything, you can run it here. You got a timeout.
2nd and goal. Driscoll
Gotta get rid
chased.
of it.
Garrison Smith fires it. Intercepted by Bakari Rambo. And he's going to bring it back out. Oh, my gracious.
Needed to get rid of that one. That's a young player doing too much. Or like Aaron Murray, an old player trying to do too much. But he gave away 3 points.
7-6 at the break. End of the first half. Georgia leads. Let's go to Tim Brando in our New York studio.
Throws it into traffic. It's batted and picked off. It's broken up and it's intercepted. Gators have picked the ball up as Josh Evans got a deflection.
Intercepted. Matt Elam has it. That's the 3rd interception by Murray. Thrown.
The sideline flings it back in, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Bakari Rambo. Rambo wants to run it out. He's going to run it out at the 5.
Well, that's how the score stays low. 7-6 Georgia. They scored on their first drive of the game. Tipped. Arthur Lynch couldn't hang on. 4th down again.
Now, I've been watching very carefully Todd Grantham from Georgia. They're down. Avery Jones, a defensive end, they're down 1 defensive lineman. But Todd told us that we know this is going to be a 4th quarter game, and I have to substitute the whole game, understanding that I have to be fresh in the 4th quarter. I think he's been doing that all game.
Omarius Hines, not mentioned his name at all. He's on the field now. Number 20 comes it up and sets up wide to the left. Driscoll.
He got hit.
Intercepted. Yep. Damian Swan, number 5.
Yeah, Cornelius Washington got the hit on Driscoll just as he let the ball go. There's two ways to play pass defense, Vern. Good coverage and good pass rush. And I'm telling you, the good pass rush has a way of evening everything out. Gets inside Chaz Green, and just as the ball is let go, it pops up in the air, and there's Swan. He overpowered Chaz Green and landed right in the lap of the quarterback, and that's why the ball popped up in the air.
Aaron Murray picked off 3 times in the first half. Tip. Oh, brother.
Now everything's just starting to bounce bad for the quarterbacks. You throw a nice little drop off that time, and the ball pops up in the air almost for another interception. No place to go with the ball, covered well, throws it to the right guy that time, and almost another interception.
Well, Jelani Jenkins among those injured for the Gator defense. He's not on the field. Heaved it away, had to.
He at least avoided the sack, because I thought for sure he was going to get sacked that time. Was it Lorenta McCray as the guy who forced the throw? Good coverage by Florida in the secondary. Nobody really wide open on the play. McCray is the guy that had the first shot. And then it was Ball who actually chased Murray to the sideline.
Marshall Morgan will attempt the field goal. He's 5 for 6 this year. This one from 29 yards to increase Georgia's lead to 4. Adam Erickson is the holder. Got it.
Well, that's the second big stop by the Florida defense. They've answered the bell on 2 turnovers and gave up only 2 field goals. Excuse me, 1 field goal and 1 stop.
8:34 to go. We're almost midway through the 3rd quarter. Georgia leads Florida by 4.
Great play using every tool that Bakari Rambo has in his career at Georgia on that one.
Well, the great player Jake Scott, living in the island of Kauai, has the record for Georgia. Inducted a year ago into the National Football Foundation College Hall of Fame. 10-6.
A little bit of a dilemma, I think, right now for Florida. Jeff Driscoll and the pass rush from Georgia is giving him problems. Onside a kick. The flag is down, though.
Yep. On the far side of the 39-yard line.
Yep.
Offside on the kicking team.
Yep.
A penalty will be 5 yards from the previous spot. Re-kick.
Well, we've made the point that each of the last 3 games. Oh, another fumble, and it's the combo. This is
Wildcat. Trey Burton did not handle it well. This game has been so slow and cut up because of the turnovers and the speed sweep and the ball handling. Another disaster for Florida. Trey Burton trying to fake it and doesn't get back on it, and guess who does?
4-man rush. Murray sailed on him. Ball high. 4th and 4.
This one's hard to figure out what the design of this one was, who the #1 receiver was on the play, because Aaron Murray really didn't know where he wanted to go with that football. Had to, I think, throw it away.
Marshall Morgan made one, his last effort, 29 yards. This one from 37. Oh, dear.
A huge stop by the Florida defense.
Wide left for Morgan. after another turnover. Big stop for the Florida defense, and it remains 10-6. Georgia with 6:11 to go.
Remember early in the game I said Jeff Driscoll had the opportunity to run that zone read and keep it. I wonder if they might try to get Driscoll's legs into the football game so he can kind of get away from some of the pressure of throwing the football.
2 weeks ago he had a career high 177. It broke the all-time rushing yardage total by a quarterback. They handed off this time to Mike Gillislee. That win included a run of 70 yards, and it erased a record held by a guy who wore number 15 at Florida.
Well, I'll tell you, Sean Williams might have had to apologize. We talked about this before, but the defense has showed up. Now, this isn't a vintage Florida offense by any means, but they have shut down this Florida run game for 43 yards, 28 rushes. Here we go, 3rd and medium. Obviously, the edge rushers have been giving Florida problems. Jarvis Jones is not in the game right now. Well, is it? The 3-man line? Yes, he is down right here.
He starts, and he gets to Driscoll.
Yes, he is. He had 4 last year. He's recovered a fumble. He wasn't on the field against Kentucky, but he almost single-handedly almost beat Missouri to open the season. And this is a nice stunt inside, right inside James Wilson. A wonderfully designed blitz by Todd Grantham. And Jarvis Jones shows why people are calling him the best outside linebacker in college football.
First down, Georgia at the 37. 10th penalty on Georgia, 6 for Florida. Gurley out of bounds. Florida delayed blitz. Murray goes left. Oh, he had him.
Well, it got to him pretty quick, though, Vern. I mean, just as Tavares King turned around that time, the ball was on him. That would have been a tough catch.
2nd down, 7, nearing the final minute, 3rd quarter. Jordan Reed in motion. Driscoll. Deep right side, and Jordan Reed goes up and grabs it for a Florida first down.
Yeah, that was pretty nice right here.
30 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. The inside shovel pass. Omarius Hines gang tackles. 5 Gator turnovers.
About every way imaginable. First play of the game, they were lucky to get it back. But then off the edge, that has been the problem. The outside linebackers, right before the half, Jeff Driscoll tries to force one in. He thought he had a guy open, but everything Florida has tried to do tricky has not worked. It's been the edge of the Georgia defense that has been the difference.
That's the end of the 3rd with our score 10-6 Bulldogs. We'll return to Jacksonville, Florida right after this word from your local station. Driscoll being chased right. He will tuck it and run, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 7. Could have been offside. Well, maybe they timed it correctly. Jarvis Jones and Bakari Rambo were coming, and there was no flag.
Well, I'll tell you, I got to give it to Todd Grantham in this game. He had a defense that had been a bit passive. But in this football game against this quarterback, Rambo times it perfectly. Gillislee was going to run a screen on the play. That's why he let Rambo go on it. And Todd Grantham has timed it out perfectly with his blitz package all game. Very aggressive play calling from Georgia's defense.
First sack for Rambo, 4th for the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Kyle Christie.
Another kind of ugly punt from Christie.
Yeah. Good downfield coverage, however, on Mitchell. 13-20 to go in this game. Bakari Rambo, big play just a moment ago. If Georgia wins, they own the tiebreaker over Florida. They control their own destiny. They've got games against Ole Miss and Auburn remaining in the SEC. Murray, right side. Oh, Gurley.
You're right. Fantastic play by Gurley there.
Third down, 13 now. 13 penalties against Georgia. Murray at the goal line. Goes deep left side.
Boy, what coverage on that one.
It's Tavares King again. And Marcus Roberson had the coverage. 4th and 13.
One of the things that I question is how can they get the ball to their tight end? Jordan Reed is the matchup that has been working for him. Can they find number 11?
He's in the slot.
They kept it. That's the
Here
play.
we go.
There's the play. Remember we pointed that out early in the game? That Brent Peace had to put that back in back of his mind, that this was eventually going to come out.
Play fake. Driscoll in trouble. And down. And guess who?
I don't have to guess.
Jarvis Jones. Ogletree might have gotten there first. And then Jarvis Jones having a terrific afternoon.
Yeah, and I think Jarvis Jones beating Xavier Nixon that time actually saved the touchdown, because I think Florida had a guy deep for a touchdown on that one. I think it was Jordan Reed. I'm not exactly sure. But he was right down the seam, wide open.
Lost 9, 2nd down, 24.
So after a big first down run, Florida follows with a too many men in the huddle and a sack. Kind of the story of the game, hasn't it been?
Oh my gosh, yes. Driscoll hits, he lets it go. Incomplete. 3rd and 24. That was John Jenkins.
It was Jordan Reed that was open on the previous play with the sack. Watch Reed break open right down the middle of the field for an easy touchdown. Covered by a linebacker, beat him by 5 yards. Jarvis Jones saved the touchdown.
3rd and 24. Caleb Sturgis' career long is 56. 51 twice this year. If they had to kick it on 4th down and no gain, it'd be 54.
And they were playing for the field goal. How about that?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know what they're going to do here. So, got to go field goal, don't you?
I sure think so. Let's see.
It's going to be a 51-yarder. 51 yards.
Well, they'll spot it right at the 40. John Crowfoot is the snapper. Caleb Sturgis 2 for 2 today. 50 yards. Curling?
Yep.
Yes.
Got it.
Woo.
Well, now we got a gut check time. We got 9 minutes for a possibility of being the SEC East champions.
3rd field goal, 50 or longer this year. Sturgis, perfect today. Mild reaction from Muscamp.
Well, Vern, you know how in baseball they say, you know, the ball always finds your weakest defender. Somehow it's going to go to that guy. In this football game, I don't think there's any way of running away from Aaron Murray. He's the storyline of the game. He's not beat a top 10 team. He's had a rough football game here with the interceptions, but I don't think they can win the football game without him. They're going to have to look at him and say, Aaron, you got to come through. We can't win without our quarterback.
Thus far in the game, 8 of 19 for 70 yards. Most significantly, however, 3 first-half interceptions.
Remember, they still have the lead 10-9. Easy throws. You don't have to force it.
Incomplete. Matt Elam, intended for Marlon Brown.
Yeah, he had him, and he had a lot of open space between them. But you know what? The receiver kind of faded on the throw. If he would have came straight across, he could have had it. What he did is allowed Matt Elam to come underneath him and make the play. He kind of rounded it.
Look at this. Leading stat for Georgia, penalty yards. Most in 8 years. Draw play. Gurley driven back. Taylor, number 51.
Well, the Georgia offensive line could not get to the middle linebacker on this one. And he met it head on, and that is some beautiful. That's the spot that Jelani Jenkins would be in, and Michael Taylor's doing a good job. Here it is, 3rd and long.
Georgia still looking for its first conversion. They're 0 for 10. They load up on the right side.
Florida's not had a sack in the game, but they've pressured Murray.
Play fake.
And do it again.
Dominic Easley was there to mess it up.
They're going to call holding on Easley.
Aha.
Or at least they're going to talk about it. Let's see what happens here. Not quite sure what they're going to call. I got to be honest. Easley made a great read on the play. Easley's in the middle. Let's see. He reads it.
Holding. Number 2 of the defense.
Yep.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot will result in a first down.
Easley reads the play. Does he grab Gurley? Kind of full. Yes, his arm is right there. See him grabbing it. The ball's not there yet. And the linesman makes the call. Big, big play.
Huge. Play fake. Left side. Got him. Marlon Brown is open. 15 on 15.
Josh Evans right here is on his way in.
Here he comes. Murray comes near side. Caught. Malcolm Mitchell to the 20. Looks for a block. Got it. Touchdown, Georgia. When you think about this drive, culminated in a 45-yard catch by Malcolm Mitchell, don't forget the holding call on Dominic Easley on 3rd down.
Yes.
That would have forced a punt.
Remember, out of the 8 plays or 9 plays, because some of them were called back, all but one was a pass. Now, we knew this was coming. The blitz was coming, and to the outside, Evans doesn't get there in time. It's the same call they've had before. The stop route against bump and run, 15 versus 26, and Malcolm Mitchell shows why he, as a true freshman, played a little bit of wide receiver, and then this year was counted on as being a defensive back. He's a good athlete, and he defeats the best cover guy Florida has, which is Purifoy.
And how did Aaron Murray feel about that? Boy, that makes the night shorter. Driscoll caught across the 50 by Jordan Reed.
Yeah, that's the mismatch. That's the one guy that Georgia will have a tough time matching up with.
Gillislee. That rips, he rips that one for close to 10, maybe 11. Reed split left. Gillislee, they fake the reverse.
Very nice. Gillislee very patient that time.
They now trail by 8. Blitz. Driscoll. Jarvis Jones chasing him.
Oh, he makes it. Look at that
Got
play.
the first down.
Can't teach that.
Wildcat, Burton is back there. Reverse. Omarius Hines gets a block on the edge. Cuts back, still loose. And he picked up a few. Clock shows 2:50 and running. Florida has 2 timeouts left. So does Georgia. Just a reminder, if the Gators win, they secure the SEC East. They go to the championship game in Atlanta. If Georgia wins, because they got a great mulligan when Florida knocked off South Carolina, they will control their own destiny. Driscoll got it. Jordan Reed fumbles it into the end zone. Wow, touchback.
Well, they went to the guy I'd go to. He's the mismatch. I don't know if it was Sean Williams or Rambo that got the hit at the end of the play, but he goes to the right player. Jarvis Jones was also down there. I wonder if he might have stripped it. One missed tackle, going for the end zone. It is Jarvis Jones that strips the ball 15 yards downfield. Jarvis Jones with another winning play. I saw Sean Williams, but Jarvis Jones just showed why he's an All-American football player. What a football play.
6th Florida turnover today. And one more look at the Reed catch and the Jarvis Jones forced fumble.
Well, he's got a good matchup. He's got Jordan Reed on an inside linebacker. Good throw. You can't fault anything here. You got your best player with the football, and their best player makes a better play.
Have to go back to 88-89. Georgia winning back-to-back. They won last year, of course. They actually won 3 in a row. 87, 88, 89, and Florida.
Yep. Now,
there's a flag. Something new for us tonight.
Wow, this is, because Florida had 2 timeouts. They were going to get the ball back with a minute to go. Oh, a face mask penalty, which changes the whole dynamic here.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 44, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Will Muschamp is ready to call a timeout there, force a 3rd down play, and the face mask. Its penalties and turnovers have cost Florida their chance to be SEC, at least play in the SEC championship.
Leon Orr guilty of the infraction number 44.
One hit.
Must be the wrestling match on top. Here's Gurley.
And now Georgia can take a knee and finish this game off. And another flag. How about the confidence in handing it to a true freshman running back when the only thing that can lose the game is a turnover?
Right.
Play, dead ball personal foul, number 22 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Right over here, here's Elam. Let's see what happens. Yeah, shove. It always happens that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, coaches know it's over. They're going to take a knee, banging on the glass.
Been a long way from Columbia,
Yeah.
South Carolina, hasn't it?
And for Florida to get a shot at the SEC East representative, Georgia will have to lose to either a much improved Ole Miss team or on the road to an Auburn team. Imagine the emotion. Best player on your team has the ball and thinks he's going to make a touchdown, ends up with a turnover. Will Muschamp 0-6 in this series.
The final. Mark Richt, John Jenkins. Well, the finish was unforgettable. 17-9, Georgia keeps its hopes alive for a return appearance to the SEC championship. The Jeep postgame show is up next after these messages and a word from your local stations.